Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, March. No, it's April. It's April 6th, 2023. Steve Sipress here, and tomorrow, speaking of Throwback Thursday, tomorrow's the anniversary of the famous Domino speech by Dwight D. Eisenhower way back in the 50s when he talked about, we've got to watch out for what's going on in Asia and Southeast Asia, because if one country falls, it'll be like dominoes, and the communists will take over everything, and they'll take over Vietnam and Thailand and Laos and Japan, and that BS has been used by politicians and government officials in power forever. It's still being used today. We should, as long as it takes, we gotta spend bazillions of tax dollars that could be much better used. I mean, our country is crumbling all over the place, and yet sending it off based on the dominoes theory. That, if Russia takes Ukraine and we allow that, then they'll go through Poland and whatever, and this and that. Give me a break with this. It's been going on for years. And so people get duped by this over and over for decades. Powerful theory, and so people fall for it all the time. Well, there's a domino theory in marketing that actually works and actually is useful, and hopefully you are using it in your advertising and marketing. One of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make, and I've helped thousands of them over the decades, is they do things haphazardly, kind of shiny object syndrome, tactic oriented. I'll try this, I'll try that, I'll try this. Everything's a one-off. And if it doesn't work, that didn't work, let's jump to something else. Facebook ads, that didn't work, let's do Google AdWords. That didn't work, let's, build a website and give out a free book to this and to that, and let's go speak on stages, and then we'll do this and we'll do that. And they just jump around from tactics to tactics without what's necessary for long-term and short-term success is an underlying strategy. You want to start with the strategy and then develop the tactics from there. That's the domino theory, is the strategy, that every single thing you're doing in your advertising and your marketing is leading to the next step and the next and the next and the next, one step at a time. You lead people along. So maybe first there's we talked about, you're speaking on the stage. Well, what's the point of speaking on the stage? Well, it's so that afterwards I can sign copy of my books and sell a couple of my programs. Okay, and then what's the next step? Well, gee, I don't know. Well, did you collect their name and their contact information, or the people that you signed the books for or that bought your programs? It's a good idea. Right, because that's the domino theory. Otherwise, you're just stopping right there. Then you got to start all over, which most speakers do. And most business owners, they just keep starting over from scratch and do one step, one step, one step. I run an ad with a phone number, and either they call or they don't. Or they call and they ask for an estimate, and then I always ask contractors, like, about how many out of 10 calls to your ad for the free estimate, how many become a customer? Oh, well, I'm really, really good, so it's about whatever number, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 6 out of 10, doesn't matter. Then my question is, what about the rest of them? And I get deer in the headlights, because there's no domino theory at play. It's just the ad, the phone call, and either they become a customer or they don't. I'm like, well, let's say they're fantastic. 4 out of 10 become a customer. What about the other 6? Well, what if you had collected their contact information so you could follow up? Maybe they did not call around and find someone. Maybe they just decided not to do the project. Maybe they decided to do it themselves, and then they're going to need help to fix it when it goes wrong. Or maybe they hired another contractor, and same thing. Something will go wrong, and they'll need someone to fix it. Like, what's the next step? The next step is get their contact information and start marketing to them. Send them your monthly newsletter. Send them some information. Send them some helpful videos and some. You can run ads now with retargeting with social media. You can run ads specifically to. You upload a list of the people that you want to run ads to, so you can even run ads to these people, and you can market to them. So if you, out of those 6 that hadn't done business with you originally, what if you got just 2 out of those 6 to do business with you eventually? Well, you just increased the results of your ad by 50% without spending any more money on advertising. You got more bang for the buck on that ad. So that's the domino theory. One step to another, to another, to another. If you're doing the haphazard one-off thing, I mean, I used to do it before I learned this stuff, and I look back and when I learned this domino theory of marketing and how to put campaigns together, I was like, man, the money I wasted on advertising, that I was always running an ad, and either I got a purchase or I didn't. There was no follow-up, there was no plan, there were no dominoes in place, so that eventually, domino, 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 message, 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 they fall into being a customer, client, patient, member. That's the domino theory. It's one of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make in their advertising. And if you want my free report, the 5 biggest advertising mistakes small business owners make, just let me know in a comment or a message, or you can email Steve at Steve Sipress, and I'll get that right to you. So you can hopefully find that you are not making any of those 5 biggest or any other mistakes with your advertising and marketing. You want every dollar to count, especially in a tough economy that we're going through now and will be for the foreseeable future for years. I mean, you always do, but especially, hopefully, right now, you want to watch every single advertising dollar and make it pay off for you. That'll do it for Throwback Thursday, April 6th, 2023. Thanks for being here today, and I'll catch you tomorrow on Foundation Friday.